Children, it is a continuation of the chapter Sound. Now let us solve the exercise based questions. The first question, there are two questions which are multiple choice questions. So take down that one. Choose the correct answer. Choose the correct answer. What is the first question? Take the first question. What is that question? Sound can travel through. Option A, gases only. Option B, solids only. Option C, liquids only. Option D, solids, liquids and gases. You know that to travel sound, any material medium is required. It may be gas, it may be liquid, or it may be solid. So you can say that sound can travel through solids, liquids and gases. So then what is the answer? The answer is option D, solids, liquids and gases. Sound can travel through solids, liquids and gases. Then second question. Which of the following voices is likely to have minimum frequency? Which of the following voices is likely to have minimum frequency? Here the options are baby girl, baby boy, a man, a woman. Here you know that the voice of a man is having minimum frequency and maximum amplitude, because among all these voices a man voice is loud. Here man voice is louder than all these baby girl, baby boy and a woman. So as the voice of a man is loudest, then you can say that man's voice is having minimum frequency. So what is the answer? Answer is a man. That is option C, that is man. Next, in the following statement, tick T against those which are true and F against those which are false. So students, read these statement. The first statement is, a sound cannot travel in vacuum. Yes, you know that sound cannot travel in vacuum. It requires any medium, solid, liquid or gases. So this is the statement, true statement. So you write that true. Next, B, the number of oscillations per second of a vibrating object is called its time period. You know that number of oscillations per second of a vibrating object is called the frequency. Number of oscillations per second of vibrating object is called frequency, but here it is said that it is time period. So this statement is false. So right, this is false. Next, if the amplitude of vibration is large, sound is feeble. You know that as the amplitude of vibration increases, the sound also becomes larger. The sound will not be feeble. Here, know that it becomes louder. So you can say that if the amplitude of vibration is large, sound is feeble. This is a false statement. False statement. You know that as the amplitude of vibration increases, loudness also increases. Next, D, question D. For human ears, the audible range is 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Yes, it is true. This is a true statement. The audible range of human being is 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. That is nothing but 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Now the question number E. The lower the frequency of vibration, the higher is the pitch. You know that as the frequency of vibration increases, the pitch or shrillness of a sound also increases. Here it is said that lower the frequency of vibration, the higher is the pitch. It is wrong. Lower the frequency of vibration, lower is the pitch. So this is false statement. So write that it is false. Next, you know that it is given F, that is unwanted or unpleasant sound is termed as music. Therefore, you can say that unwanted or unpleasant sound is termed as music. This is a false statement. So, right, it is false. Then G, noise pollution may cause partial hearing impairment. Noise pollution may cause partial hearing impairment. This is also true because of noise pollution, partial hearing impairment can be caused. So you can say that this is true statement. The next, fourth main question, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Time taken by an object to complete one oscillation. Time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. It is called time period. So write the answer. Time period. Time taken by an object to complete one oscillation is called time period. Loudness is determined by dash of vibration. The question number B is loudness is determined by the amplitude of vibration. It is determined by the amplitude. So write that the answer is amplitude. C, the unit of frequency. The unit of frequency is hertz. Unit of frequency is hertz, that you can write here. Unit of frequency is hertz. The symbol is Hz. Then the next question, unwanted sound is called. Unwanted sound is called noise. That you know, unwanted sound is called noise. The next E, shrillness of a sound is determined by the dash of vibration. Shrillness of a sound is determined by the frequency of vibration. You know that frequency determines the shrillness or pitch of the sound. So you can write that shrillness of a sound is determined by the frequency of vibration. Frequency of vibration. Now the fifth question, a pendulum oscillates 40 times in 4 seconds. 40 times in 4 seconds. Find its time period and frequency. Here you know that time period is the time taken to complete one oscillation. Time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period, and here time taken to complete 40 oscillations is 4 seconds. Then we have to find the time taken to complete one oscillation, that is total time taken divided by total number of oscillations. So you write time period equals time period equal total time taken divided by number of oscillations. Right? Number of oscillations. So what is the total time taken? Total time taken is 4 seconds. And how many times the pendulum oscillates? That is 40 times. Therefore the time for one oscillation is 4 by 40. That is, you can have Here 4 ones are 4 tens are 1 by 10, that is equals to 0.1 second. 0.1 second. Then frequency. Frequency is the number of oscillations per second we have to find out. That is number of oscillations and total time taken. That is the reciprocal of time period. Reciprocal of the time period. So you take number of, that is frequency. Frequency equals number of oscillations divided by time taken, total time taken. Time taken equals number of oscillations are here 40 and total time taken is 4 seconds. Then it is 40 by 4. 4 ones are 4 tens are 10 hertz. 10 Hz. 10 hertz. So the frequency is 10 hertz. Now the sixth question. The sound from a mosquito is produced when it vibrates. It swings at an average rate of 500 vibrations per second. What is the time period of the vibration? Here what is given? The number of vibrations are 500 per second. What you have to find out? We have to find the time period. That is the time taken to complete one oscillation we have to find out. So you take time period equals, what is that? Total time taken by number of oscillations. Number of oscillations. So then what is the total time taken here? It is said that 500 vibrations per second means 1 second. That divided by number of oscillations are 500. Then you can divide 1 by 500. That is 1 divided by 500. Then here you put point and 0, 0 and 0, again 0. That is 2s are 1000. So you will get 0.002 seconds. Then what is the time period? Therefore the time period is 0.002 seconds. That is the time taken to complete one oscillation. Time taken to complete one oscillation is 0.002 seconds. Now the seventh question. Identify the part which vibrates to produce sound in the following instruments: dholak, sitar and flute. Here these three are the musical instrument, and this dholak is having a stretched membranes which vibrates to produce sound. So you write the first one you write dholak you write dholak has stretched membrane. Stretched membrane when vibrate or which vibrate to produce sound. Which vibrates vibrates to produce sound. Produce sound. The next one is sitar. In sitar, the stretched strings when vibrate, they produce sound. So take B, sitar. Sitar has stretched strings when these stretched strings vibrate, they produce sound. Then the C, flute. You know that flute is a wind musical instrument. Flute is a wind musical instrument. It uses air column to produce sound. Which uses air column to produce sound. So flute is a wind musical instrument which uses air column to produce sound. So these are the part which vibrates to produce sound in the instruments dholak, sitar and flute. Next, about the differences between noise and music. So the 8th question, what is the difference between noise and music, and can music become noise sometimes? So write the differences. Difference between noise and music is already taken in the lesson, that is written in the lesson. Again you write once again. So write, this is about noise, this is about music. Noise is unwanted and unpleasant sound, and music is an wanted and pleasant sound. Noise causes discomfort to us, music causes comfort to us. Noise may cause many health related problems, music cures health related problems. And here there is a question that can music becomes noise sometimes? So you can answer that yes, music can become noise when we play it at very high volume or too many music instruments are played at the same time with unpleasant loudness. So when music becomes noise, when you play it at very high volume, or in the other case, if too many music instruments are played at the same time with unpleasant loudness. Now the 9th question, list sources of noise pollution in your surroundings. List sources of noise pollution in your surrounding. So list it. First one, sounds of transportation, that is by traffic, rail, aeroplanes. Sound by construction works. Sound by the generation of electricity by generator. Sounds by the explosions, sounds by the bursting of crackers, sounds by machines, sounds by loudspeaker, sounds by the television and transistor radio at huge volume, sounds by some kitchen appliances, sounds by desert coolers, air conditioner, etc. So write one by one. First one is sounds of transportations, sound by construction works, sounds by the generation of electricity by generators, sounds by the explosions, sounds by the bursting of crackers, sounds by machines, sounds by loudspeaker, sounds by the television and transistor radio at huge volumes, sounds by some kitchen appliances, sounds by desert coolers, air conditioners, etc. Now the 10th question, explain in what way noise pollution is harmful to humans. Explain in what way noise pollution is harmful to humans. You read that noise pollution is harmful to human in the following ways. First one, noise pollution causes many health related problems. Second one, you write noise pollution causes lack of sleep, hypertension, high BP, anxiety, etc. Noise pollution causes temporary or permanent impairment of hearing. Noise pollution causes temporary or permanent impairment of hearing. These are the harmful effects by the noise pollution. Now the 11th question, your parents are going to buy a house. They have been offered one on the roadside and the another 3 lanes away from the roadside. Which house would you suggest your parents should buy? Explain your answer. Write the answer that if the house is on the roadside, there will be more noise pollution because of traffic. So, I would suggest a house which is 3 lanes away from the roadside because the pollution level is somewhat less there. So, right, if the house is on the roadside, there will be more noise pollution because of traffic. So, I would suggest a house which is 3 lanes away from the roadside because the pollution level is somewhat less there. Now, the 12th question, sketch larynx and explain its function in your own words. Now, the 12th question, sketch larynx and explain its function in your own words. Children, draw the figure of larynx and here you mention the vocal ligaments and write its function in your own words. So you can write that in human the sound is produced by the voice box or the larynx. 2 vocal cords are stretched across the voice box or larynx in such a way that it leaves a narrow slit between them for the passage of air. When the lungs force air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate, producing sound. Muscles attached to the vocal cords can make the cords tight or loose. When the vocal cords are tight and thin, the type of sound is different. Type of sound is different from what when they are loose and thick. So you write that in humans, the sound is produced by the voice box or the larynx. 2 vocal cords are stretched across the voice box or larynx in such a way that it leaves a narrow slit between them for the passage of air. When the lungs force air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate, producing sound. Muscles attached to the vocal cords can make the cords tight or loose. When the vocal cords are tight and thin, the type of sound is different from what when they are loose and thick. Now let us take the next question. 13th question. Lightning and thunder take place in the sky at the same time and at the same distance from us. Lightning is seen earlier and thunder is heard later. Can you explain? That is depending upon the speed. You know that speed of light is 3 lakh kilometer per second, that is in air, and speed of sound is 330 meter per second. And here it is very clear that light travels much faster than sound. Even though lightning and thunder takes place in the sky at the same time and at the same distance from us, lightning is seen earlier, thunder is heard later. So depending upon the speed of light and speed of sound. So if you compare the speed of light and speed of sound, it is the speed of light is 3 lakh kilometer per second and speed of sound is 330 meter per second. So light travels much faster than sound. That is why lightning is seen earlier and thunder is heard later.